I'm Hispanic, and there's Americans, blacks, and, you know.
Do you speak Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you feel like you come in contact with a lot of other people that speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where do you live?
Benton City.
You live in Benton City? Have you always lived in Benton City?
Mm-hmm.
So, were you born here in America?
I was.
So, have you always spoken English?
Yep.
And Spanish, though, too?
Spanish was my first language.
Okay. So, did you learn English in school or at home?
At school.
At school?
Yep.
Do you feel like your ELL or language program was sufficient in Benton City to learn English?
Yeah, it was sufficient. I mean, back when I went to school, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
My kids go to kind of be the same school I went to, and, you know, because they're Latinos, they go to, how do I say it? They go with bilingual teachers, and I honestly personally don't think that's fair, because then they're like forced to think, oh well, you know, brown people hang out with brown people, and they, you know, like segregation type of thing.
Interesting. So you don't. So it's more like I feel like my kids are segregated because they speak Spanish, not like they're have extra support in that Spanish.
Yeah.
Interesting. So with their bilingual teachers in those programs, most of those kids are Latino.
Yeah.
Are any of them white? Or any other
it wasn't
color?
before, but now you see maybe a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a senior, a sophomore, and a freshman.
Where school do they go to?
So one is doing the high school completion program, but she was going to Pasco High.
Okay.
And then I have one at Pasco High, and then another one out in Findlay. She just transferred out to Findlay.
No, totally. Why did she transfer?
Her dad lives out in Findlay.
Okay.
And actually, because it's a smaller school, she feels like she's doing like a lot better. Like she's getting a lot more than what she was getting at Pasco High. Sad to say, because like we all
expand
went to Pasco,
on it.
you know?
Yeah. So what do you feel like, or what did she feel like she wasn't getting at Pasco High?
She just felt like because the classes were bigger or whatever, you know, there was more people. I think because it's smaller over there,
she can have like a closer instruction with her teachers.
That's
things
what
like
she
that.
says.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked her, I'm like, how do you like school? And she's like, well, it's a lot smaller, but my grades are doing better because of, you know,
that closeness.
You went to Pasco High?
I did.
So were you happy with your education at Pasco High?
I like Pasco High. Yeah.
Yeah? Did you feel like it was really culturally tolerant? Did you feel like they taught diversity and differences of culture well at Pasco High?
I think so, because when I first moved here, I went to Richland.
Oh, okay.
I went to Richland, and
what year was that?
when was this? 95?
Okay, yeah.
And there wasn't that much diversity. I think me and my brother and maybe another set of siblings were like the only colored ones there.
No way.
Yeah, and then when I moved to Pasco,
You were a lot happier.
I felt a lot
more included.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the teachers were more inclusive with you guys, or do you feel like you were kind of like the
Us and
alienated?
them.
Yeah.
Not so much to teachers. I mean, because we were like the minorities.
Yeah.
I probably got into a lot more trouble in Richland. And
do you feel like just because they noticed you more?
Well, I just remember at one instance, no, I actually had to like defend myself a lot more.
Ah,
and
I
then,
see. From the students.
And then the principal, we had like a meeting with the principal, my mom and stuff, and then like it almost sounded like he wanted to like blame me. I think so.
Why?
I felt a lot more comfortable there as well. Maybe because they had experience dealing with more minorities. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for them,
Yeah.
That's maybe
how it felt for you. Yeah. What does diversity mean to you?
To me, it means a lot of things, because I mean, you can be white and then have like a white friend or whatever, you know, and then there can still be diversity between that.
Ah,
So
exactly,
it
exactly.
means a lot of things to me, not just color, not just race, not just languages, just a lot of things, you know. I mean, people could be brought up differently or raised differently.
So just kind of more of how you relate to people rather than what you look like to people.
I think so.
What do you think about diversity, especially when it comes to your kids and your kids' education?
Because me being a black male,
Yes.
you know, my wife is actually Hispanic.
Okay, do you
And-
speak Spanish?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
And they know it.
I would
as
say
well.
they do?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So
Muy bien.
so it is good for them to observe other cultures. I myself am military, so I do.
That's a culture in itself.
It's a culture in itself, but yet it's also a diverse culture
Oh.
because you have different races, creeds, mix, all of it. All
And even men and women now,
men
too.
and women, everything, yeah.
Okay.
So it's good for them to understand now, as children, to grow up with a mindset of tolerance. There it is. Tolerance and being able to communicate with just anyone, not a certain group of people, but anyone. Well, again, that's kind of hard for me to adjust because I bounce around a lot.
Because of the
I live
military
out-
thing.
I live out in Spokane.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, I come home on the weekends and they're here. So we bounce around a lot, you know, so that's why it's good to have a diverse in culture, you know, that's tolerant to everybody, no matter where you
I've lived in Richland, Pasco, and Kennewick. Pasco definitely was diverse. Richland, not so much, but Kennewick, yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy with
I
their
think-
education?
Well, when my kids were in high school, they taught a little, but I feel like it could have been better expounded upon. She graduated from Richland, and and her sister graduated from Richland, and my other two, one graduated from Pasco High School, and another one from Chiawana. Pasco School District, I was pretty happy with it because I was kind of hands-on, so I had to go in and volunteer and do things like that. So,
Just like in general felt like a very big outsider, and like my best friend he's black, and like he out of everyone felt very
black and he's gay.
yeah, and he was
Do
gay.
you feel like the teachers were good about that?
I would say, were they,
Or was it just not on their radar?
It wasn't really on their radar, and especially with my friend Jerome. He was black and he was gay, so he felt very like targeted for the men. A lot of the teachers, also if you didn't play a sport, like you weren't in their field of frame. Kind of wish I would have went to like Pasco because like it was very diverse over there.
It only mattered if you were on the teacher's radar.
Yeah, if you were on the teacher's radar. I had some teachers that I connected really well with, but majority of the teachers were very like, if you're not in a sport, if you're not this or this or this, it was like, you're not really important. They were very hands-on with everyone, not just certain group of kids.
Everybody mattered.
Everyone mattered. I had the same teacher for like 10th grade English and 12th grade English.
Okay.
And she was very like, she remembered me, and she like she was very hands-on with everyone. Like it didn't matter who you were. Like be a teacher, you should love every kid.
What school do you go to?
I go to Prosser High School.
You go to Prosser High?
I'm currently a Running Start student.
Okay, so do you go to CBC or do you go to WCU?
CBC.
Okay. Do you feel like for either schools, are they diverse?
Yes, I feel like CBC is more diverse school because it's a college than Prosser High School.
Why?
More people are allowed to come, I guess.
Oh, okay. So there's just more people in general, so you
Yeah.
get that mix of like culture.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your teachers at Prosser High? Are they good? Are they inclusive?
I think some teachers are better than others just because they put more I don't know.
Effort?
Yeah.
Into what?
Making sure the kids really do understand it.
Okay. What grade are you in?
5th grade.
So what school do you go to, Nick?
Bethlehem Lutheran.
Okay. Do you know what diversity means? No? What do you think it might mean?
Something that's changing.
Are there kids in your classroom that maybe speak other languages than you? Do they all look the same as you? No? Not all of them? What's different about them?
Well, in the past, I have had an accident where I got bit by a dog.
Uh-huh.
So technically, no one has had that happen to them. So.
Okay. Going to Bethel, why did you choose that school?
It's a good school.
Yeah, it's a great school. Do you feel like the teachers are good at teaching diversity?
I don't know if they've ever really gotten into it.
Interesting.
What do you think, Vicki?
No, we never really have.
No? Feel like your culture is properly represented in this community?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys know what diversity means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Different religions or race.
Do you feel like your schools are diverse?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you feel like you're taught about diversity by your teachers?
Yeah.
You said no? Do you feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing? When you talk about the Civil War, do you talk just about the war or do you guys talk about slavery?
Yeah, we talk about it.
Yeah? Is that uncomfortable? No? No? Do you have students that are different colors than you in your class? Race, religion, kind of like what you said? Yeah?
Are you guys happy with your education? Like, do you feel like your teachers are very hands-on, inclusive?
Some are.
No?
Sometimes they'll just like give you work and not explain it, and I think they'll just expect you to know things.
Like, they just hand you a piece of paper and they're like, here you go.
Fill it out.
The book and
Is that fun? Do you feel like you learn that way? No.
I feel more like talking about it, discussion. I feel that.
Do you feel like you get a lot of time to discuss them?
Some classes, like English, I have a lot of talking. Like our teacher does like speeches every day.
Do you feel like, or at least from his opinion, do you think that he feels like this community is diverse or?
He likes it, yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice?
Yep.
But you personally, like, you've always had good experiences here.
Yes. So far, yeah. The people, the community, everything is nice. Yep.
Really?
They respect each other. I like that because whenever we go, like, they respect. We're Muslims, and which is good.
Really?
I like
Yeah,
that, yes.
yeah.
Better than other states. Like sometimes we used to have when we travel, we have a hard time. But over here, I see they respect that we're Muslims and everything. So
Therefore.
it's nice. Yes.
So you really have to know your student base, and you just model your curriculum and your interactions with, you know, your student population based on their needs. Like world history, framing your curriculum toward your student population. So, you know, so they have interests, you know. Taught at Juvenile Hall in Santa Clara County and at the alternative school system where all of our students had been kicked out because of gangs, drugs, or violence. And so that population, you know, they hate school, they don't want to learn from you, especially if you're white, and that's kind of the perception. And so you have to go into that knowing that, and so the key to all of that is relational trust and building a relationship with those students, that you're on their side, that you're there to help them in whatever. Teaching foods, we had like a meat section and we had to teach about pork. Well, you know, all of my Somalia, African, Muslim students, they couldn't touch pork. So we didn't teach pork that year, you know, and that was fine.